This weekend, we'll see multiple SEC games with playoff implications. Wins this weekend for Texas, Oklahoma, Vanderbilt, and Alabama help boost their playoff resumes. Much like the first Thanksgiving and its fallout, I'm sure that everything is going to happen fairly and no one's going to be swindled by SEC officiating. Welcome to the Moonsdam Cast, a special Gobble Gobble edition. I am Jordan. This is the I'm smoking so much meat to my, Kins Burns talked about this. Brian, how are you doing?
Doing good, man. Happy Thanksgiving week. We're doing something interesting this week. We're combining the two episodes. We're taking all the reaction stuff and shoving it at the beginning, and then we're doing all the prediction stuff and shoving it at the end because, well, we're both about to get very busy for the next 5 days. So we just figured one long podcast on a Tuesday and split it up and post it just so we have content coming out.
Not only is it rivalry week, it's feast week and Thanksgiving week. I think you and I just talked about we both have like 4 Thanksgivings to go to, plus busy Saturdays. So it's going to be a long slog for us trying to catch up on not trying to die from eating, and 2, not missing any games because there's going to be a lot of good games this week, and it's gonna be and also for like feast week, there's gonna be a lot of good games in college basketball as well. So.
This is arguably one of the best weeks of sports. I still think March Madness weekend is the first weekend of March Madness is the greatest sporting weekend of all time. It's so much basketball. It's incredible. And I would put probably Super Bowl Sunday is probably 2, 3 is national championship, but this is probably 4. The Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's a hell of a combination.
Yeah. It just never stops, which is the beautiful part of it. And the NFL also is giving us, blessing us with games too, which they always do. But like,
I want to talk about that real quick.
Okay.
I understand having a Black Friday game. Cool. I like it. Why is it at 2 p.m.?
Because Amazon wants you to, this is my conspiracy theory on this. Amazon really wants to convert people from watching the game on, I think it's on Amazon Prime. I don't know if it's like broadcast on NBC or anything. I think it's on Amazon. They want to convert people who are going to see their commercials during the game into like, I should just buy something today, right? And so like it gives them time throughout the day because if it's 7 o'clock, you're like, let's say you see a commercial for like an Alexa at 9 o'clock. You're like, it's 9 o'clock. I want to go to bed. Like I know it's been a long week as it is. I had to work plus Thanksgiving plus all that. Comes into this and you're like, oh, you know that Alexa's looking real nice right now. It's only 3 o'clock. Or if you're on the West Coast, it's like, oh, it's only like noon right now. Why don't I buy it right now? It's only $300. It's a Black Friday deal. Whereas if it's like, and again, 9 o'clock at night, 10 o'clock at night, you're like, I don't really want to spend money right now. So that's my conspiracy.
Can I poke a hole in it real quick?
Yes.
Why would Amazon want a Black Friday game when they're famous for Cyber Monday?
Do they? Yep. There we go. I don't know what deals Amazon has in general. So that's actually a perfect counter argument.
I'm just asking.
Yeah. If they have Black Friday deals, it makes sense. If they don't, then that's the dumbest theory I've ever heard of. Can't believe who came up with that. But yeah, that maybe my theory gets hold. That makes more sense. Why is it 2 o'clock? I don't, maybe, oh, wait, what time is A&M UT? It's on Friday. There we go. That's actually the conspiracy. Because the college football and NFL don't intersect too much. So I'm pretty sure it's like 7 or so.
6:30.
6:30. Yeah. I'm imagining you don't want, and no offense to the Bears Eagles. Gonna actually probably be a good game. Maybe a good game. I don't know.
Bears ? Good.
Bears. Well, I saw some.
You cannot take away 8-3.
I saw something and it said Caleb Williams is projected to have this many yards this season. Brian, would you like to guess how many yards he's projected to get this season?
Is he going to break 4,000? He's going to be the first one.
It was 3,962 or something.
That would be
funny. The funniest outcome is if he gets, and after like Caleb Williams was maligned by NFL fans and Bears fans, and they're like, Ben Johnson, please save us. And if he gets this close to getting 4,000, and let's say the Bears make the playoffs, in which we don't count yards in the playoffs as it is, that is possibly the funniest possible outcome. Now, again, it's 17 games, not the 16-game season of the past. But it would make me laugh a lot that if it's the year of our Lord 2026, and the Bears have been around since, I don't know, the land before time, the Chicago before time. And they're still begging someone to throw 4,000 yards. And the guy who is maybe going to get the closest is like 20 or like 40 away. Just great stuff. But yeah, no, so it makes sense that A&M UT is at that time. I don't know if there's any other amazing games on Friday for the college football, but I think
the Egg Bowl.
Oh, is the Egg Bowl?
Mississippi State. And then I think there's one more. I think.
It's Georgia Tech.
A&M
Texas. Okay, so here's the thing. Bears Eagles is competing with Georgia Tech.
No,
I'm gonna watch Georgia Tech. As much as I can do maybe two screening. If I had to make a choice, I'm watching Georgia Tech every time. And we go from the Egg Bowl to Georgia Tech to A&M UT, and then Indiana Purdue. That's also a game that's on there.
So I've made sure, because we were talking about how busy we are this weekend, I have made sure that every place and venue that we will be at, I either have cell service to watch games, and my full attention is not needed, or there's a TV, because the three slates, morning, afternoon, evening for Friday with that college football lineup is insane. And the 3 games on Thanksgiving are going to be great games. They're going to be awesome. And that's Packers at Lions in the morning. Chiefs at Cowboys takes a little dip, but that's also like prime nap time for Thanksgiving. It's going to be like the game kickoffs at 2:30. So normally we eat around 3. So we'll eat for the first half, and the second half kind of be comatose on the couch, barely watching the game. And then you end it with Bengals Ravens, which Joe Burrow might be playing in.
And it's not the suck fest we all figured it would be like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Or 3 weeks ago. So that's okay. We'll talk about this later, but I'm used to eating at like 2:00. If anything, it's like 2 or 5. Okay. I'm seeing that. Yeah. Chiefs Cowboys is 3:30, which is
even
not
prime nap time.
It's even that's prime nap time. Even like during the day, like if you're like, hey, we're eating at 5, that's a prime time to get your nap in. You probably worked out in the morning or something. Hopefully, I don't know. I like to work out things. I like to go to the gym on holiday mornings, other than like Christmas, because no one's there.
And plus, like, calories don't count.
Calories don't count that day. Except again, I have 4 Thanksgivings, so I'm gonna have to be very careful.
But if they're labeled Thanksgivings, calories don't count. So if you go work out in the morning. No. Let's say you lift heavy and you go hard in the gym, on the weights, and then you just do cardio for 30 minutes. You burn like, I don't know, 450 calories or so.
Yeah.
Because lifting burns a lot more calories than people realize, because your body's constantly burning calories, right? While it
keeps going.
Muscles.
It keeps going.
Anyways, so let's say if you burn 450 calories, Jordan, and it's a holiday, so calories don't count, which means no matter what you eat and drink, you were walking out of the day minus 450 calories. You not only had 0 calories, you had minus 450 calories.
Then I have to walk a dog too, which is going to be like an hour walk.
It's
another
100.
It's a slower pace because the dog is like stuff, and we got to give that dog the sensory needs it needs and sniffing and things. But so I'm just looking at the schedule again. Yeah, it's a good Thursday. Can I say something? Halftime entertainment needs to go back to what it was, and when I say what it was, I mean the Creed halftime show from like 2002, 2001. Now you get like Shabuzi as your halftime show.
There's a Cowboys have a halftime show, right?
Let's see the Thanksgiving halftime shows, because I did not look this up. I should have looked this up beforehand, because I was going to bring up this point no matter what. Dallas has this is oh my God, never mind. Dallas has Luke Combs, Selena Gomez, Jonas Brothers, and Creed, to name a few.
Oh wow! Is this all time or is this?
Yeah, I'm looking at the article because I don't want. It may be like I was like, it's an SI article. I hate SI articles. Okay, the problem is sorry, this is a horrible podcast. Dallas has had. Oh, that's so upsetting. That's going to halftime. Everything about. Okay, so Dallas, Kansas City is Post Malone. Which
I like that.
Detroit, Green Bay. I don't like Post Malone. I think he's a coward. He only did country when it started to get cool.
What the most random beefs of all time?
I have a lot of beefs with remember I we had to leave our first podcast. But no, because like he does the whole like I'm actually love country. It's like no, you actually only liked it when it was popular now. Like it will make you money, so you started doing it. There's no artistic integrity in this. It's also like bro country, which like I'm okay-ish with, but like at the same point, if you're gonna be like, I love country music, like pull out something more than like
it's like when Florida Georgia Line came out with
Cruise or whatever.
Cruise, and like it was like this is a country song, and like we lived in Houston, so there's big country music fans out here, and it was like watching Billy Bob Joe and Jim Bob argue in the back of class about is this country or not. And
I was gonna say, well, if a country song has a trap beat, I don't really count it as country. That's a hard like. That's why I don't like Morgan Wallen all that much. Morgan Wallen doesn't listen to country music; he listens to rap music, which I'm like, that's fine. But like, I grew up on like the Alan Jackson, the George Strait, Reba. All yes.
Now this is an important question. This will really test if we are reliable sources.
Okay.
Of country music. I'm not. Wagon Wheel, the superior version. Which is it?
It's the original version, not the Darius. I like the Darius Rucker version. It's a fun version, but it's a Hootie and the Blowfish version. Every time I listen to him, like,
Rucker guy.
I listen. I like Darius Rucker. I'm not going to sit there and be like, oh, I don't like Hootie and the Blowfish. Sometimes I hear their songs, I'm like, kind of rocks. Look, it's a
objectively for country music fans. Yes, Hootie and the Blowfish is probably the superior version. Personally, as a person that doesn't listen to that much country, so I really shouldn't be talking about it at all. I like the Darius Rucker version. Now, I also heard the Darius Rucker version first, and that helps.
Yeah.
In fact, I didn't know it was a cover for a very long time.
It's like the Whitney Houston, Dolly Parton thing with "I Will Always Love You." It's which one did you hear first? Is the one deciding one? Did you not know that it's a Dolly Parton song?
No, I did not know that. Yeah. I did not know that.
Yeah, so it's a Dolly Parton song from like the 80s or fuck it, we're not talking about sports at this point. From like the 80s or the 70s, where she was on a TV show and she was going to lead the TV show and go to like make it big. It was like a singing TV show. I can't remember who the guy was. And her last song was "I Will Always Love You," and it's like a much slower version. It's not a power ballad. She like talks in it during one point, but it's like "I will always love you. Thank you for what you've done for me. I'm going to move on now." Now, Whitney Houston then took it for the Bodyguard and sang it and did an absolute powerhouse job.
Did you know Proud Mary by Tina Turner is a cover of Creedence Clearwater Revival?
I only know the Creedence Clearwater Revival version.
I have a story for you after the podcast.
Okay. I mean, I know the Tina Turner version, but I know like when I think of Proud Mary, the rolling down, I think of the Creedence Clearwater Revival one. Interesting.
There's a lot of people our age that know the Tina Turner one that do not know the original.
Do they not? I feel like I really rarely heard the Tina Turner one.
I heard the Tina Turner one first. I'll say that. And then I found out it was a cover very quickly. Yeah. And it's a good cover. It's just very, well, like a cover should be different. Yeah. I mean, the greatest cover of all time. Man, we are so off topic. The greatest cover of all time is Alien Ant Farm. They did, was it Beat It by Michael Jackson? Or no? Fuck. That's bad. I can't remember it.
I have no clue what you're talking about. So this is you. I thought you were going to say "Hurt" by Johnny Cash.
Smooth Criminal. They did Smooth Criminal. That's what they did. Smooth Criminal, and it is Michael Jackson himself. Like helped produce it. He liked it so much. Okay,
I'm gonna have to go listen to that one after this. I thought you were going to mention "Hurt" by Johnny Cash.
"Hurt" by Johnny Cash is a cover.
It's a cover. It's of 9 Inch Nails.
9 Inch Nails did the cover. Yeah. No. Yeah.
No. 9 Inch Nails is the original. Johnny Cash is the cover.
What? 9 Inch Nails is like a new band.
Yeah. Well, so it was at the end of Johnny Cash. They're not new in the sense that they were in the 2000s. They're not new. Like they're newer than Johnny Cash, but also Johnny Cash was
9 Inch Nails.
Alive. Yeah. Hurt by the Nine Inch Nails. It's originally their song. And Johnny Cash did like it was like a record of covers. I don't remember what it was, but it was at the end of his life after his wife had died. Maybe his wife was dying or he was dying. I don't know. And so Trent Reznor's basically said he heard the song and went like, oh, this is his song now. Like, it's no longer my song.
Wait, Johnny Cash's song that's a cover?
That's a cover.
That came out in 2002. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's a cover. So the Trent Reznor. I remember reading an article like saw the video or like, yeah, George W. Bush gave him the Presidential Medal of Freedom or something like that. He died in like 2005.
Yeah, 2003. Sorry, not 2023.
Okay. He died in I thought, yeah. Yeah, no, that's a cover. Johnny Cash. That's a Johnny Cash cover of a Nine Inch Nails song, which is. There are many times when like you're like, oh, those two shouldn't exist in the same space.
Dude, I have to take back one of the most douchebaggy reactions I've ever had in my entire life. So, because I'm high IQ, I sometimes, when I was a little bit younger, watched Rick and Morty. And at the end of one of the seasons,
sorry, you mean Richard and Mortimer?
Yes. At the end of one of the seasons, Rick turns himself in or some shit. I don't remember. I don't fucking care about Rick and Morty. I think I found it funny because I watched like the first 3 seasons in a row, and I was like, "This is a good show," and then it wasn't.
Yeah.
So he turns himself in, and the 9-inch Nails version started playing, and my reaction to that was, "Oh, who let these douchebags cover Johnny Cash?"
It's their song.
Dude, this is like the 4th thing in the past week that has made me question, did I jump into another reality? One was, okay, so we have a little back scrubber thing in our shower.
Yeah.
And it has like a little thing that we hook it onto to like hang.
Yeah.
Like inside the shower.
Yeah.
I swear to God, for the past 2 years that I've lived in this house, it has been a white stick thing with a hook.
Yeah.
The other day, maybe after the Texans game, maybe there was some beverages. I look at it, and it's on like it's a black thing on it, extended with a knob, and I just stare at it for like way too long. And I'm like, I get out of the shower, I'm like, babe, like, did you get a new scrubber like thing to hang up on? She's like, no. I was like, what happened to the one with the white hook? And she's like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm like, no, it used to be a white hook. Now it's like a black knob thingy. And she's like, no. And I'm like, you're fucking with me. Like you change something out and see how long it'll take me to notice. And she's like, scrolls back and goes to Amazon, pulls it out and shows me. And it's that, like from 2023. And I'm like, has it always been like that? She's like, yeah. And I'm like, what the fuck? So this is like the 3rd thing this week that has caused me to stop and just be like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Now, this one I can confirm is very, very real. It's been like that the entire. I don't know about the backscrubber may just be an alternate reality. You may have jumped. So the Trent Reznor, Johnny Cash thing has been a thing for. Anyway, it's actually like really cool because the song is told from a very different perspective with Johnny Cash, where he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm like an old man. I'm looking back on my life," and Trent Reznor has like a Trent Reznor song. I don't know how to describe Nine Inch Nails.
That's why I always thought it was I thought it was always just like an old man reflection song, and that's why when I heard them covering it, I was like, ew.
Yeah.
Ew. What are you, like 20?
Yeah.
I mean, they're like in their 50s.
They're old now, but yeah, they were younger then when they wrote it.
That's great. Anyways, so what? You know how we got here? Do you want to know how we got here? Talking about
halftime shows. Huh?
No, this is further back. I've been sitting on this stat for this whole time. Caleb Williams throwing almost 4,000 yards. Mm. You said he was going to throw. He's projected 3,962,
something like that. Maybe 6'7", maybe 6'9", somewhere in that range.
That would be great because his over under is 3,650. So,
okay. Take the over, but I don't know how the odds look.
But I have this perfect sweet zone where he's got to throw just enough yards, but he has to stay under 4,000 because I think it's one of the funniest narratives in all of sports.
Yeah. Oh no, well, I'm gonna die in like 20 whatever. Hopefully not soon, but 20 whatever. And they will still not have thrown 4,000 yards as a
That's
quarterback
the
on the sub.
funniest thing in the world, man.
It's like the Joel Embiid like still hasn't made the Eastern Conference Finals. I'm like, too recent. I don't care. Bears funny. I mean, it's still funny. It's still funny. It's just not as funny as like the Bears not having because they've had quarterbacks. This is not like
Jay Cutler not throwing for 4,000 yards is actually legitimately surprising.
Also, it's not like they've only had like Justin Fields types their entire run. They've had like legitimate quarterbacks, and so that none of them thrown 4,000. Like maybe it was like a 14 game season, maybe, but like you've had 16 games for a long ass time. Now you have 17 games. The fact we're still not there is crazy. Like the Texans have had that, and the Texans, I think probably Matt Schaub did it
for 23 years.
Yeah, and I mean, a franchise is a really strong word for what we've been over that 23 years. So it's very funny. I saw this and I was like, dude, I hope he doesn't get it. I hope he doesn't go off for a game or something like that.
So funny if he doesn't get it.
Yeah. So I love that. Just quickly, the performer for Lions Packers is Jack White, which is going to be fucking awesome. I like Jack White. And then Lil Jon is for the Bengals and Ravens, which
awesome.
Honestly,
hell
fits,
yes.
Fits.
Little John does not make good music, but Little John makes the best music because it's the most catchy shit in the world. And if you go around and say turn down for what, in just about every single age group, they will know exactly what song you're talking about.
Did you know he won a Grammy in 2005 for Yeah?
That makes sense.
Yeah. Rap song collaboration for best rap /song collaboration for Yeah. Interesting.
Have you ever seen Dave Chappelle's?
Yes, Lil Jon.
It's one of the Dave Chappelle. I'll keep this one short because we still have sports to talk about.
Yeah.
Dave Chappelle has the best comedy sketch show of all time. He Key and Peele, he's better than Key and Peele.
I'm not going to mention Key and Peele.
Who are you going to message?
I was going to mention Whitest Kid You Know has a legitimate. I don't think it's better than Chappelle's show, but I do think they have a. If you come up to me and say they've had a better run, I'm not going to go, yeah, but I'm going to be like close enough to where I'm not going to fight you. Like, I'm not going to fight you on it. But Whitest Kid You Know still has some of the funnies, like the gallon of PCP. Oh, fucking hilarious. I think I watched Space Potatoes once and literally cried laughing for like 20 minutes. Great stuff. Sorry, continue.
No, that's all. I just think that Dave Chappelle is. Yeah. Dave Chappelle, unfortunately, has this weird war he's waging against the trans community, which sucks because a couple of his last specials, like 20 minutes worth of jokes, are just that, and I'm just like, all right. The other 40. Yeah, go ahead.
I've never liked his stand-up. I think it's okay.
I think his stand-up is fucking incredible. I think he's the king of the callback. I think he is the king of the punchline, and I think he's king of the being able to suspend just perfectly to keep you on the edge of your seat. But he's my favorite comedian of all time. That being said, his recent stuff has gotten really annoying. That it's the same thing where conservative comedians were all just screaming about woke for fucking. That was their whole like segment, and it's slowly turning into that. I'm like, man, I've heard the rest of your stand-ups, and I've heard how like better you can turn a joke. This weird war thing you've got going on is it's not the worst part about it. The worst part about it is obviously I don't agree with what he's saying, but if it was funny, it wouldn't matter because that's what he's supposed to do. It doesn't, but it's none of it's made me really laugh. The first one he did about the lady in the club. That's the first time he ever dipped his toe. And I knew some trans friends that really liked it, and I know some trans friends who got offended by it. Unfortunately, the majority of people I know that are in the trans community were the ones that were like, "Fuck you," like you're just making a joke out of our existence. And half of me is like, "Well, yeah, everyone makes a joke out of everyone's existence," but the other half of me is like, "Well, you guys are probably the most." How to say this? prejudice, the group that's most
discriminated. Are you looking
discriminated against in the country currently?
Okay. So I was trying to think of what joke you're talking about. I have no clue what joke you're talking about.
He talked about like he danced with a club. He danced at the. This is when his first Netflix special came out, which I thought his Netflix specials were great. He's talking about dancing with a club with a girl, and then she turns around and he sees the jawline, and he's like, oh, and she's like, well, I wanted to have a good time, Dave, so I didn't say anything. I'm sorry. And then he's just like he's like feels bad, and he goes, so obviously we didn't have sex, but I did titty fuck her. And it's just like, oh, okay. And it's not his best joke or anything, but I laughed at it the first time I heard it because he was like, that's not cheating. I'm just borrowing some friction. And,
okay. The frictionless part is funny. So I'm not a stand-up guy. Like, I don't like stand-up at all.
Dude, that's such great stand-up is some of the most entertaining stuff in the world.
Yeah.
Most stand-up is trash.
Very few when I think of like comedy, I'm like, oh, I love Nathan Fielder. But Nathan Fielder's never gonna do a stand-up. And I hope he doesn't. And if he does, it'll be a bit for season 3 of The Rehearsal. I want you to listen to
Stavros' most recent stand-up.
Can I say something?
You don't find Stavros funny?
Without Nick Mullen and Adam, but my two friends, I'm also gay. I don't think you're in.
Is that the really big dude? That's
no. So Adam's the one. So quickly, the joke is like, if every YouTube comment for a Come Town video ever, it's like, oh, I love talking with my best free friends, Adam, Stavy, and Nick. Also, I'm gay, and that's like every comment. But Adam is the one with like the big podcast now, who has like he had Mamdani on, Zoran Mamdani on this past week. He said like big people on his podcast, and Nick just like faded into the background, which honestly is the perfect place for him. And I say that with love. He's the funniest one out of all of them. I don't like Stavy without like I listened to the reunion episode on his Stavy's World or whatever. Mm-hmm. It was funny. Great stuff. I listened to him otherwise with like Big Cat Nick. I thought Nick Tarani. I thought Nick was the funniest one on that podcast. And I say that, I mean, that's not a crazy take, but I don't like stand-up. Like I like either comedians like Nick Mullen, who are like the fastest people you ever met, mm-hmm. or someone like Nathan Fielder, who is not there to be fast and funny. It's here to make you go like, oh my God, this is the best episode of television I've ever watched, as he relives the life of Sully Sullenberger. So it's like, it's a very weird thing. It's like, my comedy is very much like, I also hate Will Ferrell. I do not enjoy Will Ferrell. Oh, dude,
I think Will Ferrell is the most overrated actor of all time.
Okay, cool.
You want me to? This is a take show. You want me to give you a take?
Okay, give me a take.
Elf sucks.
Okay, I don't hate Elf because I was inundated with it by my mother from a young age. At the same time, I'm not like looking to watch Elf. I can skip Elf. Yes.
Hold on. Let me throw a timeout. Real quick.
Okay.
Just so I don't get slaughtered. Elf, the first couple times you watch it is a good movie. Mm-hmm. It is not a rewatchable movie to me. Comedies aren't really rewatchable for me because I know the jokes, I know the punchlines, I know what's happening. I don't rewatch stand up, and I don't rewatch comedies very often unless I'm showing someone. But that's all.
Yeah. So sorry, this is like such a big deviation from sports in every capacity.
We've gone 30 minutes, and I don't have notes though. Is the problem? I've got like I got 3 NFL notes, and I have a college note, and I've got my big games.
I mean, the problem with last week's college football schedule is that half of the big teams were playing cupcakes. Oh,
it was trash. It was such a garbage. Like it was such a garbage
week. I mean, to be fair, Brian, can you answer for the crimes of Notre Dame and what they did to poor sweet Syracuse? All they wanted was to play football. No. All they wanted was to play a little bit of football. All the boys wanted was to come throw the pigskin around a little bit.
21 points without taking an offensive snap. That is crazy. It was like 7 minutes of the first quarter. No, it wasn't. It was like 5 minutes of the first quarter. We ended up with 35 points in the first quarter.
Yeah. This felt like Germany, Brazil, and the 2014 World Cup, where not only did they slaughter them
with this when you said Germany, but yes.
Oh no, I said Argentina. Well, I mean the same thing. But if like at halftime, apparently Germany's like, we have to take it slower on them. Like we can't.
Wasn't like 4-0?
It was like 4-0 or like 5-0 at that point. I think it was 5-0.
What was
and
the
they came out
score?
7-1. And the one was, yeah. And so that's the thing. Like, yeah, it was 5-0 at halftime, but they still were like, we got to score 2 goals on them, right? Like, we have the opportunity. That felt like Notre Dame in the second half, where it was like, I mean, they're going to let us in the end zone. Why not? So it was, I think I made a joke, but like, it was against the Fourth Amendment's cruel and unusual punishment to make Syracuse go through that, which they also almost beat UH in basketball last night. But yeah, no, I was watching it, and then I started watching on like Reel. I was like, oh my God, like what is happening there? So, yeah, but it was other than that,
a shutout so badly, dude. I wanted that shutout so badly.
It would have been nice. It
would have been shutout would have been ridiculous.
It felt a little too much like you were giving them something. Like, hey, it's okay. Like, I understand your mom doesn't talk to you anymore and your dad doesn't love you.
Hey, they beat Clemson this year, man. So,
oh yeah,
if I'm a Syracuse fan, whatever. Notre Dame beat us by 70. Clemson fan clowns me. Hey, bitch, we beat you.
Yeah. I mean, Oregon USC was also not good. I'm just gonna go through scores because I was like, I don't have any notes on this, but there's nothing to have. I mean, Georgia Tech lost to Pitt. That was actually interesting. But other than that, it's like everyone who's supposed to win. UH lost to fucking TCU. But you want to talk about? They say the Gamer's the most maligned people.
Pitt beat Georgia Tech?
Yeah.
Why is Pitt not ranked?
Their new rankings. I don't think it counts AP rankings anymore. I think the new rankings are all college CFB playoff based, which comes out tonight, which is Tuesday.
Okay.
Yeah.
When I looked at so my rankings on this might be wrong then.
Yeah. Well, because I looked up the scale scores like earlier today just to see if I missed anything. And UH was 23, and I was like, well, okay, they're not 23 anymore. But I was like, they were 23 last week in the CFP.
All right, then I'll look on when I go through my big games this weekend. I won't say the rankings since they'll be obsolete.
Yeah. But yeah, no, college football was like. That's the thing. Like that, I know everyone talks about like how much they hate this week from the SEC, but the SEC does. It's like edging us a little bit, where it's like, oh, by the way, the week before the week where you're going to have all these rivalries, all these great games, all these classic games, we're going to play Samford, and we're going to beat them by like 50. And like it's like
play a real school like Syracuse and beat them by 63.
I'll say this: Syracuse is more of a real school than Samford.
100%.
100%. Not even a question on my mind.
Well, you don't play an SEC schedule, so you don't understand that we need the cupcakes. Well, every time we play a cupcake, y'all get fucking mad at us and bitch at us to join a conference. Which, by the way, we did join a conference for the COVID season, and we won the ACC. Notre Dame has an ACC championship.
Thanks for that, Patrick Mahomes. Because you did the Kermit voice. But yeah, no, that's actually very. You guys also play ACC basketball, so you're like an ACC school in spirit. I know we talk about like Notre Dame most likely join the Big Ten, but realistically, it probably join the ACC because it has more ties to the ACC. And also, if you don't want, why would you join the Big Ten?
Right now? We lost to Clemson. Never mind. We went to the championship game though.
You pulled a Texas. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah, this week is going to be better, but everyone knows it. I don't know if you want to run through. I don't really have many notes on college football other than they say Gamer's the most maligned people or the most hurt people in society. UH fans are actually the most hurt. Because we lost to fucking TCU.
I've got one.
It was not a good game either. Bad game.
TCU's not a bad team this year.
It wasn't a good game, Brian. It wasn't. I watched the entire thing.
I'm trying to throw you a lifeline.
No, it's basketball season. Thank God. Actually, even then, it's. I can tell you a story after this.
My one college football note is Jeremiah Love should be the Heisman. If you're going off pure best player at their position, and it's getting a wider and wider margin, I think Love is above just about everyone else. Maybe his biggest competition is his technical backup, Jadarian Price, who is also incredible. But I think, obviously, listen, I know there's going to be people in there screaming at me, being like, but this player's better. I for one, I'm going to say you're biased. And this guy definitely does not have an agenda to push Jeremiah Love as a Heisman. So, as an unbiased, definitely not Notre Dame fan, Jeremiah Love should be the Heisman.
So I'm just looking at the odds. It's Mendoza, Sayin, Love.
Yeah, he's third. He needs a strong finish against Stanford this weekend.
Yeah, he needs a very strong finish against Stanford. Like it's probably gonna be Mendoza or Sayin realistically, which we can talk about how they played.
Unless they both lose this weekend.
It's possible because it's happened before, at least in the case of Michigan, Ohio State. Purdue, Indiana would be a basketball game where they would lose. With all that said,
Indiana's going to fucking crush them.
Yeah. So, actually, I'll say this on the podcast because they're not going to listen. One of my girlfriend's friends, who's a guy we were talking to this weekend, and he's like, "Do you like basketball?" I'm like, "I like college basketball, not really NBA basketball." He's like, "Oh yeah, well, who are you a fan of?" And I was like, "UH. I went to UH." And he proceeded to tell me he was a Tar Heels and Warriors fan, which made me lose respect. With that said, he goes, "Is UH any good at basketball?" And then he like, have they? And then he goes, "Have they ever made it to the what's that called? The four final thing?" And my girlfriend's on my face just drop in pain returned as I relived the night in San Antonio where for most of the game, I was like, UH is going to win this. And then in the last 2 minutes, Walter Clayton Jr. did. And I genuinely got upset. I had to rethink. I remember I visualized myself in the stadium. I saw Charles Barkley, the crew right there. I saw the court and I relived that last fucking shot from Emmanuel Sharp. And it was one of the most, it was like, dude, no, we don't, yeah, they're good, but they're not good enough. So it was a very hard moment for me in my life.
Look. Everyone should watch sports. I really believe that. I think everyone can find some entertainment in a sport out there. To me, it's the most awesome product we make. Yes, video games are cool. Yes, reading is cool. Yes, TV shows are cool. Movies are cool. This, for the most part, isn't scripted. So anything can happen on any court, any field, any rink, anytime. Any given Sunday, right? Mm-hmm. But that being said, I want sports to be for everyone. That being said, there are few things that make me more just get me the fuck out of this conversation with someone that starts talking sports to me. And within the first 2 or 3 sentences, I know, oh, this guy doesn't know shit. And now I have to play along because he's going to get a lot of shit wrong that's just objectively wrong. And I don't want to be that asshole that just sits there and corrects them. I don't remember who it was, but I was at my nephew's t-ball game, and someone was like, "I still think Brady's the best quarterback in the league." And I kind of looked over there, and I was just like, "Okay, so this is either a Brady fan being Brady could come back and sling it and be the best quarterback in the league still, or this guy's just he's with people that know sports." So he's trying to throw something out there so he doesn't get embarrassed. And he might have just said the dumbest thing imaginable.
Or it's John Rothstein, who doesn't know Brady's retired still.
That's the funniest thing. There's nothing. Listen, we want everyone to be safe. We don't want anything bad to happen to people. We want this world to be a lovely, safe place where everyone gets along and nothing bad happens ever. However, when travesty strikes, because we are humans, the fact that you will see Twitter, Facebook, and all that blow up, thoughts and prayers, how could we do this? How could we let this happen? You're wrong. I'm right. Liberals, conservative. I hate you. Fuck you. You're wrong for this. UC Davidson just scheduled Notre Dame for a matchup on October 3rd or whatever. Tweet.
It's in the middle 2027 as well. It's 2027
it's 3 years in advance. It's just in the middle of it. It's just the most, and it's never this is big. Duke wants to face, I don't know what, Auburn. Is Auburn good this year?
They're yes. We'll just say yes.
Is Bama better? Would Bama be better?
Bama's. I have a thing about Bama. I will talk about kind of. I don't know. I think they're blatantly breaking the rules and no one's talking about it. It's fucking pissing me off.
But if it was like that, where it was Duke scheduled Bama, or Duke scheduled U of H. They are going to play next year at the Toyota Center on, Christmas Day. I'd be like, that's nice. But it's like, hey, this small school with 2,000 people is going to go play this smaller school with 600 people and 2096.
I will say there was a moment this year where there's a big moment that happened. I'm not going to say because I want to clip this as well. There's a big moment that happened where something happened to someone and all of Twitter and the world blew up basically. And my first thought was like, wonder what John's doing right now. And went over to, and obviously it's not about the situation. It's about the A10, is going to have their conference tournament at this place or something like that. And it was like, John, come on, not the time. And it's like, he doesn't know. Like,
he doesn't care.
He doesn't care. He has, like, I don't think he reads tweets. I think he just posts his, like, updates and then like his the Kelvin Sampson redemption, I don't know, whatever he just says this time, and then he posts a t-shirt link, and that's what he does all the time, and he gives an analysis of the game. I don't think he like even reads other people's tweets. I think, as he has said, that he's never picked up a basketball, which again, I actually when I first heard that, I was like, there is no way. Now I'm like, oh yeah, I totally believe that as well. I fully believe that he's never touched a basketball in his life. It is the funniest, like it's the funniest thing in the world. Also, when you had a DeMar Hamlin, and the first commercial after that was Whopper, Junior, Whopper, double, triple.
We talked about him earlier, but so when DeMar, when that happened,
mm-hmm.
There was an advertising campaign going around for a movie called Smile.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it was like Big Cat, prayers for DeMar, PFT. Oh my God, I hope he's okay. Like, just please be okay. And then like some other people and then Stavos being like, I want to fuck the girl that's in Smile. Because like it was like 2 plays beforehand, they showed like that, they were paying people, the advertisement was paying people to just sit there and smile at the camera. And so he just tweeted out, I want to like titty fuck her or something like that. And it's just the funny. It's so bad because something horrible has happened.
Yeah.
In these situations, it's fucked up shit, and we wish it would never happen. It does make me feel a little bit better when something like that happens, just to make me laugh a little.
There's also like a part of it. It's like, oh, the world's going to go on no matter what.
Yeah.
Not to like over analyze.
It's a sobering reminder.
It's a sobering reminder. Like, the world's going to go on. Like, this is a horrible moment that has happened, but the world is going to move past it. And by past, I mean in 2027, we're going to have a college basketball schedule, and we're going to watch it. So it's like, part of me also is like, John Rosting is like the most centered human, that he understands that how time works and time will progress no matter what happens. We are infinitesimally small in the grand scheme of things. But in reality, it's just, he doesn't give a shit about anything but college basketball.
That kind of reminds me of Ted Lasso, where Jamie is walking out of the locker room and he stops him. He's like, Jamie, would you rather be a tiger or a lion? He like looks at him and goes, I'm me, coach. Why would I be anything else? And he like walks away, and Ted's like, I don't think he realizes how psychologically healthy that is.
Oh, I remember seeing that scene. Yeah, it's a great scene. Also, my thing I like to point out is that I knew Ted Lasso before everyone else, and so did some people.
I'm super late to the train.
No, it was a commercial first. It was an NBC commercial first.
Oh, was it really?
It was an NBC soccer commercial. Whenever they got the rights to Premier League, they had Jason Sudeikis come on and be Ted Lasso. It's like a 3-minute, 4-minute commercial. They did 2 years in a row, and now it's an Apple TV show that's beloved by all, most.
Season 3 is not very good. I watched the first 2 seasons like they were like crack, dude. Like I would, let's go. I need another line. Next episode. Season 3, it's taken me a month to watch 8 episodes. And I don't know if I'm going to watch the last 4.
I don't even know if I watched season 3. I think at some point I was like, this is fun, but
season 1 is clearly the best.
Yeah. Oh, I was like, I can watch soccer instead.
Yeah.
So even though
why watch fake soccer when can watch real soccer?
Watch real soccer where Liverpool is really bad at soccer. Now.
God, we're 45 minutes in.
Yeah, we've not even talked about the
All right.
NFL.
Do you have any other college basketball football notes?
I was going to do college basketball about how I hate how Alabama's running.
Let me do my big games so that way we can end college basketball and then or football, and then we can jump into college basketball, and then we can finish the NFL.
Did you do the big games already? Am I crazy?
I did
Or
not.
did you? Okay, cool. Sorry, go ahead. Wow, we're
So
so
because
off.
the only reason we talked about the big games because I realized that these rankings that I have written down are not up to date. They're releasing tonight. This podcast isn't coming out till Wednesday, obviously. So I'm going to just say the teams without the rankings because we don't know what they're going to be.
Yeah.
My 5 big games are Georgia at Georgia Tech. That game is gonna fuck. This weekend rules. This weekend rules, dude. A&M at Texas. That's on Friday. Georgia at Georgia Tech is also on Friday. Ohio State at Michigan. Oh, listen, I don't like Michigan very much because, once again, Notre Dame guy. Mm-hmm. They're not like our biggest rivals or anything, but we had a nice back and forth for a long time.
Yeah.
I need Michigan to continue doing their fuck shit of just, it is the funniest narrative that Ohio State is objectively the best team except for when they won the national championship. Ohio State is objectively better than Michigan for the past 6 years, except for the national championship run. But they cannot beat Ryan Day cannot beat Michigan. It is the funniest shit in the world, and I hope it continues. But I don't really think it will. I think this Ohio State team is too good to let Michigan stop them this year. And then Vanderbilt at Tennessee. If you told me that game going into the season would be one of my during rivalry weekend would be one of my biggest games on the board, I would have laughed in your face. Boy, oh boy, am I a stupid fuck. And that's why the analysis that you give at the beginning of the season is rarely right. So Vanderbilt at Tennessee is going to be fun. And then Miami at Pitt is going to have a lot of implications. A lot of implications shaping the ACC and the college football playoff. So those are my 5 big games. Notre Dame plays at 9:30 at night against Stanford, which Stanford's not bad. They're not great. They're not blowing any doors down, but they're not bad. This is the type of game that makes me nervous, where it's a late night game, later than most of your players are used to, against a team that can hold their own. They're not great by any means, but this is a trip up game. This could cost us the playoffs pretty easily if they don't go in there guns blazing. If they play like they did against Syracuse, we're gonna be fine. We'll win 38-14 or something like that. Mm-hmm. But you play like you did against who was that a couple of weeks ago? That was not pretty. Oh shit! Sorry.
No, I was I'm trying to think of who it was real quickly.
Boston College. Where we won 25-10. You play like that, you're not beating them. That is a team that Stanford doesn't have a shot at a championship. They don't have a shot at the playoffs, but so they've got nothing to lose. So if it's a close game, they're going to go for it every fourth down. They're going to go for every 2-point conversion. They're going to take every risk. They're going to unload the clip, because we can't unload the clip quite yet because we want to save stuff for the playoffs. Now, granted, if we're down, we're going to have winning's more important than keeping stuff hidden. But I fully expect Stanford to unload the clip this weekend. I keep on saying that, and I think it's going to be a closer game than people realize, and it's just scary. It's just scary for me. Let me see if I can find it real quick.
If you want to, I can talk about a couple notes from.
It's a 32-point spread, and I think that's bullshit. I really think it's bullshit. I think we're going to win by 20 points. I would hammer Stanford because, like I said, they're not playing. They're better than Syracuse, obviously. They're not a great team, but they don't like us, and they've got nothing to play for besides beating us. How much fun would it be to walk around being like, yeah, we threw everything at them and the kitchen sink, and we knocked them out of playoff contention? I'm sorry, I've talked way too much about this.
No, I mean I understand the fear because it's right. They're also 4-7, so they can't even get bowl eligible with a win, which means they're probably
maybe not so scared. But there's no reason not to win. There's they don't get a better draft pick. Yeah. It's better for recruiting. Hey, we beat Notre Dame. We knocked Notre Dame off.
Yeah. And also,
that's college football for me.
players who want to transfer as well. All right. If we're going to do NFL real quickly, which was Baker Mayfield maybe hurt, the Rams looked really good.
Rams are the best team in football.
That's a call that I actually don't disagree with. I'm trying to think of who I would think.
Is the MVP. As it stands right now.
As it stands. I'll think about Matthew Stafford. I don't think the Rams take is wrong. I had to think through that for a second. Now also in that vein, best team in the AFC is the Patriots.
Yeah, they're back. They're 100% back.
Yeah. I think I saw some tweet that was like, what kind of weird world was this? And it was like, the Broncos and the Patriots and the Colts and, the usual suspects or the old usual suspects. It's like, did y'all start watching football in 2016? This is what, or even like 2020, this is what the world was.
This was early 2000s, early 2010s.
Yeah.
Like this is.
Really, realistically, most of the 2010s too.
The only team that's missing in the AFC from that list is the Steelers.
Yeah, and they're like, they may make the playoffs.
They may division, not. I think still.
I don't know. Well, the Ravens might. I don't know. It's gonna be a weird battle at the end with like.
Oh, dude, I'm so excited. I'm so glad there's a division that's close. Them and the NFC South, I think, are pretty close too.
Yeah. Well, it's like in F1, and I don't pay much attention to F1. There's always like a it's like, I don't know what they call it, but it's where you keep points for the drivers who are like in the mid-rate range, or like who are they're never going to win a championship. That's what the NFC and NFC South and AFC North feel like this year, where it's like none of these teams are winning the Super Bowl, but it's nice to see that we have somewhat of fun in there. It's going to be fun coming to the end no matter what. So it may be Ravens. I don't know. I think I have more faith in the Ravens schedule than I have the Steelers.
I think Ravens will win it in the end. We went through that last week. I think the Ravens will win the division, but right now it is the Steelers. I have 3 notes. We can make them quick, though.
Okay, do it.
Texans defense is the most ridiculous, best defense in the league. It is the one defense you do not want to play in playoffs, so we have to find our ass in playoffs. And we could Peyton Manning it. Defense could drag this offense to a Super Bowl.
Thanks, Von Miller.
But I don't actually think that's going to happen. But that's how capable this defense is. That's how good this defense is. Davis Mills is the best backup quarterback in the whole NFL. You could argue Joe Flacco, but Davis Mills is 3-0 right now. He's won tight games. He's won in the clutch. I think Davis Mills is worth the $4 million we're paying him a year to be a backup to CJ Stroud, and he's humble about it. He's asked about like, is there quarterback competition? And Davis says, no, this is CJ's team. I'm here to, similar to how Mac Jones talked about Brock Purdy a couple weeks ago. Mm-hmm. They're like, my job is to back them up and to come in and play if we need to and keep this team alive. And that's what I did.
I will say, I asked the question last week. I don't know if you listened to my side of the podcast, but I asked the question last week. If Davis Mills goes 3-0, do you start getting calls for Davis Mills to start over CJ Stroud? And I've started to see it. I still don't agree with it. I don't think he does either, but it's nice it's a little bit of hope I think Texans fans were really looking for this season. And even in wins with CJ, even with the wins with Davis Mills, they never felt complete until this Thursday night game where it's like, oh, this is a good team. They can do it. And
we didn't even run the ball that well. That's the thing.
Why did they couldn't run the ball that well? I mean, actually, no, because I remember, I think I said they need to run the ball well against the Bills because the Bills have such a bad run defense. Mm-hmm. We didn't run the ball that well at all. It was a lot of Davis Mills. I'm just going through backup quarterbacks to see who I can see. There's they mentioned Kirk Cousins.
I can already tell you I'm wrong.
Who am I going to see?
Because he started this weekend.
Oh, the coming of age of Shador?
No.
Oh.
He's out in New York. Jameis Winston. 360 yards, 2 touchdowns, an interception, 33-yard receiving touchdown. Why is Jameis Winston not a starting quarterback? I can tell you really why, because he will. That's the exact game you'll get from him. 300 plus yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 to 3 touchdowns, 1 to 2 interceptions, normally 1 for a pick 6, and a loss. That's what you should get. But someone has to bite the bullet, okay? Not us. Would you want to see Jameis Winston on the Steelers?
I'd love that.
Miami?
Yeah. Actually, I'm still slightly a part of 2 and on. Maybe one day I'll give it up. I had this out. Bernie Sanders can still win
after the season. I think Mike McDaniels is gone.
I think he's gone. He's not.
I think Tua might also. Well, I don't think that they would have to eat so much money.
Yeah,
but they're just going to ride that contract out. But like Cardinals, yes.
Titans,
Steelers, yes. Well, no, you got to give Cam Ward more time.
Okay, that's right. Steelers, Raiders,
Raiders, yes.
Who else? I'm trying to think of every. I was gonna say Commanders. I'm not sure. That's no. I love our boy. Daniels. Yeah, I love our boy. I'm going through each team. Jets.
Yeah, would be fun. Garrett Wilson.
Saints
would be fun. Well, he would have to go back to the Saints. I don't think he wants to do that.
There's an argument for the Vikings.
Oh, dude. Yeah. Oh my God, Jameis Winston with Jay Jettas. Oh my God.
Yeah.
And Addison. Yeah. Oh. That would be so much fun. I mean, what do you call himself? 9? JJ McCarthy called himself 9 or something. Like, no,
the video.
When I went into game mode, when I go into quarterback mode, it's not. I ain't JJ no more. I'm 9. Bro's ass.
I remember when I think in the early season, I was like, that's the guy I wanted my quarterback room after the "Where would you rather be but here" comment he made on like the first game against maybe the Bears. I don't remember who. I think it was the Bears. I was like, that's the quarterback I wanted in my quarterback room. Take was wrong. My apologies. Bad take. Here's a Colt. Well, if I'm the Colts, I may take him.
No, Daniel Jones is
he's fallen off some. He's not the same. No, he'll be fun.
Because you could say the same thing about Sam. No, Sam Darnold hasn't fallen off yet, though.
No.
Dude, New York Jets have to feel like shit.
Yeah. Panthers, if you're done with the Bryce Young experiment.
He didn't look very good last night.
No.
Honestly, I like Purdy, but Jameis Winston on the 49ers?
Be fun. Jameis Winston on any team would be fun. Like, it's not like, listen, I love CJ Stroud.
No, I agree. I wholeheartedly agree.
Yeah.
Obviously, I want him being a starting quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah.
I don't want him starting for my team. And I don't want him in my division. That's the other thing, too.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to deal, because there's going to be, he wins games that he's not supposed to win.
Yeah.
He can win games he's not supposed to win.
Yeah.
So I don't want him in my division. I just want to watch him.
I like to watch. It's like watching a car accident from afar, like a car accident that has happened. You're like, wow, that was fun to look at.
But everyone walks away healthy.
And James walked away even happier somehow because he got to play football.
He pops out of his car and he's just like, thank God for another day.
I love that. I love Jameis Winston. I don't know if you had any other notes. I don't know if we want to get out, or I think you had a couple more, but I don't know if we can get out here.
No, that was my last note. We just need to get through our picks and pick some, then you can talk about college basketball.
Okay, I'll just it's a quick thing about how annoyed I am at SEC officiating.
Do you want to do that before we do our picks, or do you want to?
Yeah. So here's my problem. So SEC officiating in general, I think, kind of sucks, and you can argue that everything. I think Big 12 officiating sucks in the terms that whenever you get to the tournament, they don't call as many fouls, and that kind of sucks when you get to the tournament and you start getting fouls called on you. For some reason, and this is like a cool Nate Oates thing, but it's also uncool. They've started this thing where they're not setting picks per se; they're doing like drive-by picks, and is the best way to. It's like a hey, just get in the guy's way, jam the zone, and the problem I have with that is that they're definitely doing moving picks. Like it's definitely like the guy doesn't have his feet set, and like they're kind of touching the defender. It's like one of those. Technically, yeah, you're not doing a moving pick. At the same time, like you're definitely doing a moving pick. Like it's like a spirit. It's like one of those spiritual things where like. It's like the CBA. It's like a deferred money. The Dodgers deferred money. It's like, yeah, like technically you're not breaking any rules, but like you're kind of going against what the spirit of the rule is. And so they keep doing this and like they look good while they do it. The problem is no refs are calling it like they should, which is like every once in a while you got to call it a moving pick. You'd be like, yeah, no, sorry, that's a moving pick. And it's just really annoying to watch as someone who's like, doesn't like Alabama or Nate Oates. It's annoying someone who wants them to do worse because the worse they do, the better. It's a zero-sum game.
You've had a problem with the SEC in general, though, for basketball.
Yeah,
you're mad that they're getting so much attention. You're like, damn it, this is Big 12 territory.
Let me have something. Let me have something. You guys get everything. Baseball, football.
Baseball. College baseball's fun, by the way. I don't know if you've ever watched the game. It's fucking fun.
Yeah. Volleyball. It'd be cool if, we could have something, please. It's not football. It's me judging, actually, probably. Texas Tech me judging. So is A&M. All that said, kind of annoyed. Didn't want to spend too much time on it. Brian, let's run through some picks because we're at an hour now.
Yeah, sorry. I was listening, but my father-in-law texted me Stroud is out against Colts, and I was just hopped on Twitter to find anything about that. They say the only thing I found is Dylan Delgado saying QB CG Stroud and DB Jalen Petrie are still in concussion protocol, but both are expected to be cleared this week and start on Sunday.
Yeah, I
can't find anything about him being out.
I don't know what he's talking about because I've seen the opposite for the past 2 days. Is that he's expected to play this Saturday? Unless he is actually D'Amico Ryans, I don't know where he got that information from.
When Caesar's out, protocol Caesar would start. Yeah, I don't see anything about him not start. All he said was that he's still in the protocol, and when he's out of the protocol, they'll start him again. And I guess people are taking that he's still going to be out. I don't know. I couldn't find anything on it. I just asked him where he saw that. I got really excited because I thought, Jordan, finally we got the news while we're recording instead of 10 minutes afterwards.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, but
I guess not.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Let's run down our pick 'em.
Okay.
I did not write down what I went. I think I went like 11-3 last week. Okay. And I now 103, 60-1.
I went 9-5. I still need to go back and do, because I also didn't send you my picks. I had the Bills as a win, but I was like, I didn't send it to you if it was fast enough, so I'm going to count it as a loss. Or actually, it's a loss anyway.
If you had the Texans put it, if you had whatever you had, I believe you.
Just realized I had the Bills, so it doesn't matter. I was like, I put an X. I was like, because I texted you, I think it's gonna be a loss no matter what. But yeah, it's a loss. So I went 9-5. It was a timing thing, but yeah, I need to check. So I know there was a number off. A couple.
One
weeks
of us
ago.
is like has an extra or is missing one or something. Like
that. I think one of us has an extra one of us has 2 extra or something like that, or someone's missing. I don't know. I'll go back and check at some point. But yeah,
next year we are 100% going to have a Google document so that we can upload them there.
Yeah, it makes life easier. But at least we're doing better this year, keeping track.
Yeah, okay. Like I haven't. I've kept all of them. I don't know if you can see that. I've literally kept all of them for like all the weeks and stuff.
Oh, okay.
So I can go back and run through it, but. At least on my side, but we need to set that up for next year. Anyways, kicking off Thanksgiving, Packers at Lions.
Let's do Lions.
I got Lions as well. Nap time Thanksgiving, Chiefs at Cowboys.
It's Chiefs. They're back.
Yeah, I agree. Chiefs. Nightcap of Thanksgiving, Bengals at Ravens.
Ravens.
I got Ravens as well. So Thanksgiving, we're on the same page. Black Friday game, Bears at Eagles.
Bears.
Bears, really? I'm going to Eagles.
Yeah. I'm going Bears. They lost to Cowboys.
True. And then starting off on Sunday, Saints at Dolphins.
Give me the Saints.
Give me the Dolphins. Texans at Colts.
I think it has to be the Colts.
Should I?
Do you want to go? You want to go Oppie?
I'm going Oppie. I think our defense is that good, and Daniel Jones has shown some. Some cracks in the armor.
Yeah. Said.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Falcons at Jets. Let's move on before anyone realizes what we were talking about.
Jets.
Falcons. I'm going Falcons.
Okay.
49ers at Browns.
Browns. I think Shador does it again.
I think so too.
I know.
I think we were all wrong.
We're so busy making
good, dude. He looked legitimately good. Yeah, sure. People are like, "Oh, his 66 yards touchdown. He threw that behind the line." I don't give a shit. He won his first start as a Brown. That's unheard of.
That's hard to do in general. That's hard to do in general.
So I think Browns. Rams at Panthers.
Rams.
Oh yeah, Rams. Jaguars at Titans.
Jags.
Jaguars. Cardinals at Buccaneers.
Bucks.
I think this is a get right game for the Bucks. So Buccaneers, they've been trying to patch holes in that sinking ship. This is the week to do it. Vikings at Seahawks.
Vikings.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know why it just feels right. All the JJ McCarthy talk has it's one of those.
I'm taking the Seahawks.
Yeah, it's a smart pick, but I'm taking the Vikings.
Bills at Steelers.
I'm taking the Steelers.
Really? I'm taking the Bills.
Yeah.
Raiders at Chargers.
Give me the Chargers.
Give me the Chargers as well. Sunday Night Football. Broncos at Commanders.
Give me the Broncos.
Give me the Broncos. Monday Night Football with Jameis Winston versus Drake May. Giants at Patriots.
Give me Drake May, Patriots.
I'm also going to the Patriots, but take the over.
Okay. Quickly, have you seen Drake May's wife's TikTok?
No.
At all? It's always like, she'll be like, you can make food or do an outfit of the day. It's like, Giselle never did that for us. Tell sweet Drake that we love him. Be well to my Drakey boy. It's like Giselle never showed us her outfits, so it's great stuff.
All right, on my side of things, last week I went 7-5-2. I had 2 pushes. That brings me up to 88, 92, and 5. 5 pushes on the year, huh? Yeah, not great. I'm still 3 games below 500, or 4 picks below 500. So I'm starting off with the Packers, Lions over 48.5, Chiefs -3, Bengals, Ravens over 52. Oh my God, that game's going to be fun. Bears +7, Falcons -2.5, Texans +4.5, Jaguars -6.5, Panthers +10.5, Saints, Dolphins over 41, Browns +5.5, Seahawks -10.5, Bills -3.5, Raiders, Chargers under 4.5, Broncos wait until they go down by 14 and take them live money line. Giants, Patriots over 46.5. Yeah, so wait until the Broncos are inevitably losing this game, and they're down 14 in the third quarter, and you go money line live bet for +250 or something, and then they come back and win. We talk about this tweet so much, Jordan, but it is the Donald Trump. How's he going to wiggle his way out of this one? He wiggled out of it.
Easily wiggles out of it. Oh, well, anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. My friend just said, actually, speaking of him, my friend just sent me a text. Because one of our things is like, he kind of is like great at making nicknames for people. And he said Marjorie Taylor Greene is not Marjorie Trader Brown. And so he said he's the Isaac Newton of discovering hilarious nicknames.
Listen. We've already gotten a little political here, so we'll end it with this. Nothing like a Thanksgiving episode with a little bit of sprinkled politics in it.
I'll talk about my salary next. How's that? You talk about our financials after this. And then religion. What do you think of Armenianism?
Oh my God. Donald Trump. I don't remember who. I think this might have been. I think we had this conversation about Donald Trump he could have been so fucking funny had he gone to Comedy Central.
Oh, yeah. Have you ever... Did you see him with Mom Donnie, Zoran?
Oh, dude.
He's we're bros.
Yeah, he was like, the person was like asking gotcha questions like, hey, do you still stand by that he's a fascist? And Trump just looked at him and goes, that's just, hey, keep it simple. Just say yes. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, because he was trying to go through like, well, he's like, just say yes. Just say yes. I'm like, dog, that's kind of fucking hilarious.
Donald Trump is the funniest person just for not having a job in comedy.
Yeah.
Trump might be the funniest person of all time. There are times where he's saying some fucked up shit where I'm like, get this piece of shit out of office on one of his truths or whatever they're called. And at the very end, it's just like, cheater, liar, or like Marjorie Brown traitor. That's so fucking fun. Ron DeSantis has the
Ron DeSantis.
We can't say the word, but that was one of the funniest nicknames I'd ever seen in my entire life.
There's like the personality transplant things, like those are not available yet. It's like, all right, girl, you do you.
Sucks, man. He's such a piece of shit. He could have been the funniest human to ever live.
Well, I don't know if you ever caught our group chat. Sometimes I'll be like, many people are saying this, and that's a Trump quote.
Yeah,
many are saying,
people
and then
are saying,
like
sad.
he said, oh, then
Many
I'll
such
do
cases.
many such cases also. And then you told me that for the first time. This is my first time hearing that. And I've used that picture before on our TikTok. Someone said something like, if it was like, oh yeah, it was like flag football is different than regular football. I posted that like that one. I was like, yeah, of course it is. Yeah. Oh, this is my first time hearing this. Yeah, just great. I mean, again, I have a theory that he like, yes, he's a piece of shit and also the president, but he also like just likes fellas. He likes being with dudes.
He likes winners. He likes
Yeah.
winners.
Yeah. Well, like when Mom Domini comes in, he has whenever he was with Elon Musk, he never really smiled. He's like, I kind of hate this guy. He's awkward, but he funded me. And then he goes, Mom Domini's like, this guy fucking rocks, doesn't he? And like, he just looks like a different, like he has a genuine smile about him. He just likes guys. He likes his fellows. He likes winners.
2 weeks ago, he was tweeting shit like, if this man wins the mayor, like, it's all over. New York is going to be the worst. Like the Democrats are going to ruin New York for good. And then during their joint interview, they were like, "Mr. President, would you feel comfortable living in New York?" And he was like, "Yeah, I think he's gonna. I think the city's great. It's only going to get better." And I'm just like, what did he do to you behind those closed doors?
It's because every like white guy wants to be Lawrence of Arabia. That's all it is. Go hang out in like the desert somewhere and have your. I saw a tweet about this. You can cut that if you want, but I saw a tweet about that.
It stays in.
I was like, that's pretty funny. It stays in. But yeah, all right, that's enough of our dumb talk / stuff.
If you think about it, sorry, I'm interrupting. One last thing for me. If you think about it, this podcast is 70 minutes, just over 70 minutes. If we did cut it in half to do 2 episodes like we try and do, that does hit our mark of 35 minutes that we try and hit. So we did our job.
We did our job. We did our job very well. It's in one big. That's why we have 2 now. So you don't have to listen to 70 minutes of stuff.
Not a lot of sports.
Not very, very little.
Very little sports this podcast.
Minimal amount of sports. I think we talked about it for maybe 15 minutes at most. And then segues to other talks. So, Brian, where can the people find you?
You can find me across all social media at OricPolaris, AURICPOLARIS. Don't think I'm going to have any time to stream anymore this week. Maybe Wednesday night, but we shall see. Jordan, where can the people find you?
Find me as Jordan's Thoughts on Twitter and across all platforms on Moontime Sports, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Thank you so much for listening. Have a wonderful, happy Thanksgiving. Make sure to like, subscribe, rate, whatever you can do, wherever you are. We will see you next week.
Let's have a weekend double.